Hi, my name is Leilani.
And my name is Shael.
I'm going to be talking about digital footprints and how an individual's online activities contribute to the overall privacy risk.
We're here to actually warn you guys about the risks you guys face every day when you use social media.
So when you think about social media, what do you instantly think about?
I definitely think about platforms like Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, and probably Twitter.
Yeah, me too. How long do you think you've been on social media for?
I would say since I was about 10 years old, because I would see my siblings show me videos on Instagram, and then eventually I wanted to be on Instagram, so I made my parents buy me an iPad, and then I would make my own account and post things on Instagram. But yeah, what about you? How long would you say you've been on social media for?
I'd say I've been on social media since I was in 7th grade, but before TikTok, it was Musical.ly, and I had that during elementary school.
Yeah, I feel like our generation is definitely just grown up around social media and technology.
When you had Instagram at 10, do you remember if you had a private or a public account?
I had a public account, and if you search it up right now, it's still there. I just don't have access to the account, so people from school, they can just search it up and send me my pictures, which is actually a good example of a digital footprint.
Are there embarrassing pictures on it?
Yeah, there is. When I look back on it, it definitely cringes me out, but then again, I was just a little kid, so I didn't really know what I was doing.
Yeah, when I had Musical.ly, I had to make a private account, but that was because my parents were really strict about social media when I was younger.
But I mean, that's a good thing because you don't have the risk of me having a digital footprint.
Yeah, right. I feel like so many people these days have no idea what a digital footprint is and how important it is.
Exactly. It's a good thing that we're going to be talking about all that in this podcast.
Did you know that there's 2 types of digital footprints?
What are they?
There's active and passive. Active is the information that you choose to put out on the internet, and passive is information that you don't choose, which is cookies and stuff.
Oh, okay. So an example of active would be me commenting on a TikTok post, or sending an email or a message, or even writing a review on a website, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And a passive would be something accepting the agreements or the cookies on a website, or a location app, Find My iPhone. Do you know about Find My iPhone?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be an example of a passive digital footprint. So yeah.
So why do you think a digital footprint matters?
I think a digital footprint matters because, let's say you're trying to get a job somewhere or go to college. If they see a bad digital footprint from you, they can easily reject you at your job, or even take back. Let's say you applied for a scholarship or you got an offer for a university, they can easily take that away from you just because of a comment you made on a TikTok.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like a digital footprint is also important because when you download apps and stuff, you know how at the beginning sometimes it tells you to accept this policy or whatever.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't really read it and they just press accept and stuff, and I feel like that's a good way that hackers can use your information for scams and stuff because they don't even know what they're saying yes to.
Yeah, and let's say you make a inappropriate comment on a TikTok or Instagram post, people will definitely judge you. Let's say you have a cousin that sees that post, and then they show their parents, and then that word spreads out to even more people, and it just really messes up your life in some type of way.
So what do you think are some tips you can use to protect your digital footprint?
I would say there are some tips checking the privacy settings on your apps, or just definitely thinking about what you're about to post. Look at what you're about to post and really think about it. Oh, is this offensive? Is it maybe inappropriate? Will this hurt somebody else's feelings? I could go on. I think I could go on and on about just thinking about what you're gonna post before you actually post it.
Yeah, I feel also creating strong passwords is an important thing because there are so many, my little cousins and everything, there's so many times where the passwords are 1 2 3 4 or some people just use 1 2 3 5 and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's just such a predictable password, so I feel creating strong passwords is definitely important. And
yeah, I feel there should be actually information to how bad, how important a digital footprint should be. They should actually teach this in schools and stuff. But another tip would be turning off your location sharing, and maybe clearing cookies, and just always like constantly checking your search history.
Your digital footprint could also be like your identity theft, which is where like criminals can use information about your digital footprint to impersonate you, open accounts in your name, or scam others pretending to be you. For example, my mom, she actually got her identity stolen, and her credit card was being used in like states like Ohio, Idaho, I don't know, like Florida, and we were not there. We were in California, so my mom, she had to go through like a whole like police report and stuff like that to resolve the issue. So that's why I feel like being careful online is very important.
And there are actually like some influencers I used to look up to that actually got like a very bad digital footprint. Like I remember back in, I think it was like 2016, 2017, maybe even 2018. I don't quite remember, but Logan Paul had actually made a video in Japan where like he had recorded, I'm pretty sure somebody like who had, killed themselves, and the internet like did not forgive him. Like they made like a whole thing about him, and they were saying how much they hated him, like how could you do this and that. I mean, eventually people forgot, but let's say they didn't, or like he didn't have a big he didn't have a platform where he could like apologize and make up for it, then he would have literally been messed up for the rest of his life. So it's always just important to like really know what you're posting online, and just really think about what you're about to post.
It's important to know what you put out there on your digital footprint, because your digital footprint can impact your future jobs, colleges, and just in general, you should be aware of what you put out there for others to see.
Yeah, I agree. I totally agree with you. Everything you do online definitely leaves a mark. So you have to be safe, be smart, and make sure your digital footprint reflects who you really are in a good way. Well, I think that's it. So thank you guys for listening.